December 8, 2004, Columbus, Ohio. Heavy metal band Damageplan, featuring brothers Vinnie Paul Abbott and Dimebag Darrell Abbott of Pantera fame, arrive at Alrosa Villa concert venue for a scheduled performance. This will be their second to last show of a 6-week tour across America and Canada. It's early afternoon when they arrive, and already there are a few fans mulling around the venue. Vinnie Paul was the first to step off the bus around 3:40 p.m. and enter the club. Around 4:30 p.m., Dimebag Darrell exited the bus and entered the venue after taking a photo with a fan. 35 miles away in Marysville, Ohio, obsessive Pantera fan Nathan Gale is having a particularly rough day. Gale is an ex-Marine suffering from paranoid schizophrenia and living alone in a small downtown apartment. Gale has not been taking his medication for several months and has been exhibiting increasingly bizarre and disturbing behavior. Just across the street from his apartment is a tattoo parlor, which Gale often visits when feeling lonely and strikes up conversations with patrons and artists in the establishment. His presence is largely unwanted due to his penchant for unnerving clients with odd conversations, aggressive staring, and occasionally talking to himself or his imaginary dog. However, prior to today, he is considered harmless by the staff. Gale has decided he wants to buy a tattoo machine and enters the shop asking to purchase one. When the shop informs him that tattoo supplies are not for sale to the public, Gale becomes incensed. He slams a magazine down on the counter and yells at the staff that this is bullshit. The staff is stunned and frightened by the outburst, and Gale is asked to leave. Gale exits the shop and heads for Columbus for the Damageplan concert. When Nathan Gale arrives to the Alrosa Villa, he pulls up near the band's bus. When asked by security to move his car and park away from the bus, he complies. Soon after, he approaches the band's tour manager and asks if either Dimebag or Vinnie Paul are on the bus. The band has already entered the venue, and Gale is advised to purchase a ticket and go see the show. He declines and decides to wait in his car for Damageplan to start before going inside. At 10:15 p.m., Damageplan takes the stage and opens the show with the song Breathing New Life. Just outside the venue, Nathan Gale makes his move. Armed with a 9mm handgun, Gale approaches Damageplan tour manager Chris Paluska and fires a single shot, striking him in the chest, and enters the back door, which leads immediately to the stage. Once on stage, Gale goes around Vinnie Paul's drum set and moves purposefully towards Dimebag Darrell with security in tow. Dimebag has turned his back to the crowd and is looking towards his wall of amplifiers, a common Dimebag stage move. Gale reaches Darrell, who never sees him coming, and opens fire at point-blank range. The first round enters Darrell's right cheek and exits behind his right ear. The second shot enters the front edge of Darrell's left ear and exits near the top of the head. The third shot enters the back of Darrell's head on the right side and does not exit. The third shot is immediately fatal, and Darrell falls downward, then backwards, with his head and shoulders facing the crowd. He is shot one more time through the right hand. Nathan Bray, a Damageplan fan, jumped the crowd barrier and rushed to Darrell in attempt to provide aid. Gale looked at Bray and fired, fatally wounding him with a single shot to the chest. As Gale began to reload, Damageplan security chief Jeff Mayhem Thompson and Alrosa Villa employee Aaron Stoney Hawk attempted to subdue him. Gale managed to reload in a split second and fired several rounds, striking Thompson fatally in the chest, back, and thigh. Hawk was struck 4 times in the chest, once in the hand and 1 in the leg. He died almost instantly. Travis Burnett, a road crew member of an opening band, attempted to subdue Gale and was shot in the forearm before escaping. Just a few feet away, fans had grabbed Darrell from the stage and brought him down to the floor and began CPR. By this time, police officers had begun to arrive, and Gale grabbed Damageplan drum technician Jonathan "Cat" Brooks to use as a hostage. The first officers on scene assessed the situation and decided to wait for more backup before engaging Gale. Arriving just moments later than the first officers, Officer James Niggemeyer entered the backstage door armed with a Remington 870 shotgun. Niggemeyer, determined to end the situation before more casualties took place, made the bold move of moving in on Gale with no backup. As the other officers looked in from the wings of the pit area, Officer Niggemeyer moved around the front of Vinnie Paul's drum set and took position where he could see Gale, who was now at the back of the club, still holding Brooks hostage and attempting to reload again with his one free hand. Officer Niggemeyer leaned back behind one of Dimebag's amplifiers and fired a single shot, killing Gale instantly with multiple pellets to the face, neck, and shoulder. Moments later, Dimebag Darrell Abbott was officially pronounced dead.